Okay, so we're going to wrap up this episode with the documentary feature category. I've only seen 2 of these, but I liked the 2 that I saw. So I will just throw in the 2 I've seen, and then we can talk about them in general. So the 5 films nominated are The Act of Killing, Cutie and the Boxer, Dirty Wars, The Square, and 20 Feet from Stardom. 20 Feet from Stardom, by the way, is edited by our friend Doug Blush, who was on the show over the summer. He also edited The Invisible War last year. He's a really talented documentary editor, and I'm really glad I have his email address.
Yeah, exactly.
So 20 Feet from Stardom was nice.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a sort of an untold history of a lot of people. And it was a nice movie. It was very beautiful, very well shot.
Really well shot.
Yeah, really
reminds you a lot of things that you remember fondly from your past. So it's all very nice. It's not going to win.
Has no chance, especially after Sugar Man winning last year.
Exactly. But I think everyone, nobody's sitting at 20 from Stardom like, all right, this is my shot. I'm going to do it. I think they know that it's nice to get nominated, but they're not going to win. The other one I've seen is Act of Killing, which we talked about extensively a few weeks ago. Just totally blown away by this film. This is one of those films that makes you like sit and like be uncomfortable watching this, knowing that all of this really happened, and just the casual way they talk about murdering dozens of people. And we talked about this extensively a couple weeks ago. I'm sure we'll continue talking about it here, but I haven't seen the other 3. I think that one's probably going to win.
That one's a heavy favorite. I could run us through the other 3 real quick. I've seen all 5 of these. Cutie and the Boxer is about an artist, 2 artists really, Yoshio Shinohara and his wife Noriko. And Noriko was a young woman when she married Yoshio, and he was kind of famous. And since then, she's really kind of sacrificed her life to support him and his art. But lately, her art has started to come out, and people are taking more notice than her. And so it documents the kind of turbulence in their relationship as she starts to gain acceptance as an artist, primarily doing some drawings. It's a really interesting film. It's one of those films where the dynamics of 2 people in them, especially documentary films, it's kind of hard to take. It's not easy because they have such a history that there's shorthand between them that the audience can't quite catch, and he really treats her pretty poorly. So if you're delicate, it might not be the best film for you to watch. I thought it was a good movie, but I don't think it has a chance to win. Dirty Wars follows a kind of noted journalist, Jeremy Scahill, and he's listed as a co-director. And it follows him around as he kind of uncovers some of the hidden things going on in Iraq and Afghanistan, and kind of the ways that we now conduct war in a very covert manner. It's interesting because it's one of those documentaries that taught me a lot and is useful political knowledge. But I didn't like the fact that it really followed this journalist, and he was the focus and star of the film. Yeah. And it felt too much like just a straight travelogue of this journey. I don't know. It felt like Anthony Bourdain going into war or something.
Wow.
And it's not like that at all, but that's what it felt like when you follow the journalist rather than keying in on the story. I don't know. For some reason, that kind of bothered me. The Square is an amazing, amazing film. Yeah. And it's about the uprisings in Egypt a few years ago and centered on Tahrir Square. And it's comprehensive that it goes over a number of years, and also that it talks to people from different sides of the kind of the political violence there. And you get to know them over a course of years and see their opinions change and their relationships with each other change. And, some people die, some people get injured, some people aren't so revolutionary anymore. And it's really an amazing piece of documentary filmmaking. But I would have to agree with the critics and almost everyone else that The Act of Killing, I thought was one of the best films of the year, and definitely the best documentary I saw this year.
Yeah, and I will say that all of these except for 20 Feet from Stardom are available on Netflix right now. If you have a Netflix account, you can just watch them. Yeah. They're available. 20 Feet from Stardom is on Amazon. You can just rent it. Rent it for $4.
Yeah, and The Act of Killing is going to be at the cinema. In next month, I think, or soon.
I think so.
Yeah,
and it's people don't often think that documentary films can be visually stimulating, and the act of killing is a rare beast in that it is just stunning. Some of the sequences, and I mean, we've talked about the giant fish and all that. I want to go see it on the big screen because I watched it at home on my tiny little one. So I want to see that.
Yeah.
A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.